All right, so we're driving away from another shop, and I come by and I see like this old school Harley, right? And I walk in, and there's literally nobody here. I'm just that thing marking its territory, but just nobody in here. I mean, we got panheads and JDs and all sorts of bikes. A very familiar face right there. I don't think anybody's in here. I guess we're just gonna start grabbing bikes and riding. His shop. All right, so surprise, it's not an abandoned free motorcycle factory.
Yeah, not anymore.
It's Sean's.
It's my place.
If you guys are just joining us, we're currently documenting our build for Born Free, which is a motorcycle show in California that we were invited to be a part of by Harley Davidson. One of the things that I wanted to do was hardtail it because I'm modeling it after a 1937 Harley Davidson knucklehead. So Billy Lane and I worked together to hardtail it. Coincidentally enough, Sean from Bikes and Beards actually has a shop that's close by.
We're getting some advice from Sean because he's got the 37 knuckle over there.
I met Sean a number of years ago.
We have Bikes and Beards, but I already interrupted it once.
12 seconds later.
Yours is the nitrous.
Excuse me. Sorry. I just met him yesterday.
One morning whenever I was filming Mike Wolf's 1937 Harley Davidson knucklehead, Sean ended up popping over. He also happens to own a 1937 knucklehead. So him and I talked about it for a bit in that previous episode, if you guys want to check that one out after this one. And he also extended the invite to come check out his shop and actually ride whatever we wanted. Unfortunately, I didn't have any of my riding gear. A huge mistake on my part, because crazy, what an opportunity. Big thanks, Sean. But instead, we got the incredible opportunity to get a private tour of his collection. So here's some behind the scenes from Bikes and Beards' collection of motorcycles. In the next episode, we're resuming the Born Free build, going to Moonshine Harley Davidson for some performance work.
Where's the huge box from Harley?
We just took it down. Turned it into a wall.
No shit, was it actually that big?
Yeah. So Harley just sent me a giant box. Now obviously there's a motorcycle inside of it. The problem is Harley does not send motorcycles inside giant boxes to anybody. We just took it down like yesterday. If you'd have walked in, it took up a whole half the place. We just got these back to build bikes. They just came back. So we gotta get them ready to auction off. This is the most hated bike on the internet right now. Everyone hated it. I thought it was cool. Everyone hated it. They were all, you didn't even try. You didn't care. I'm like, dude, I spent so much time getting this thing running.
I was about to say, hey babe.
I gotta teach him with a seat just like that.
I thought it was awesome. I'm a new CVO bike. Have you been on one of these?
Yeah, we rode one across the country from Vegas to Florida.
They're tons of fun, right?
Yeah, they're crazy good.
You rode the RR?
Yeah.
Man, I didn't get a chance to ride one.
It's cool. It's the lean angle is the most impressive, but it feels very similar. 131 in it, but just rode it around Daytona. Hit them up and ride Model 0.
I want to just like, see ya, ride off and then steal it. That's what I want to do.
100% up Bikes and Beards alleys.
Yeah. If you want to ride anything, man, let me know. Take it first.
I appreciate it. Baby, see the old Indian?
That was built and modified by a guy named Squirrel. When I first got it, I questioned the authenticity of the bike on video. Like, is this really a 48 Indian? And then I had it like checked out by Wheels Through Time. Apparently, yeah. Squirrel was very annoyed that I questioned the authenticity of it.
Yeah.
No, but it's missed. These are not Chief tanks. These are Scout tanks, and this is not from a Chief. You know, so there's things that, but the frame and the engine are matching numbers, so it worked out.
I mean, that didn't come factory, right?
No, that was not. That looks like a saddle for a child.
Yeah, for like a kid's ride.
Very, very small. Yeah. These are not metal anymore. But the Indian guys don't care about that stuff.
Right.
The Indian guys, all they care about is if it looks good.
Yeah. The Harley guys, though.
Harley guys care about originality.
Yeah. If it's plastic, Harley guys are pissed.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
You ride stock cars before?
Yeah.
Really fun.
I would assume they're very fast.
Very, very fast. Like, it could wheelie from 0 to top speed,
yeah,
the whole way. Like, it could be trying to flip you the whole time.
All torque.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is it, like 200 plus torque or something on it?
I don't know if I ever saw the torque numbers. I know that the horsepower numbers were like 80.
Yeah.
which for a dirt bike that weighs 200 something pounds is pretty nuts.
Yeah, that's nuts. Yeah, this thing. That's crazy.
Yeah, there's a little Honda Moto Compacto.
Yeah, I heard those sold out like when they announced them super quick. This is the updated one, right?
I don't know. It's not the updated one.
So they have an old one that they released like 30 years ago or something.
Oh, okay. Then yes. Okay,
Yeah.
that's what you mean. That's the updated one.
It's a modern.
The old one is over here. Back there.
That's badass. Man, you're starting your own museum, aren't you? Look at that.
These are fun. They're two-stroke. I actually got two of these. It came out of the that big shipping container of Japanese bikes I got.
Nice.
So I had to buy one.
This guy.
Idea. They're super fun. The two-speed's probably the more fun, but this is a blast.
That's insane.
We never tested it, but I bet you would get 25 miles to the gallon. In a pickup truck, it gets 12. In a motorcycle, you know what I mean?
You'd be surprised.
You're towing like none of the way.
1 rev, 1 gallon.
Yeah, right. But when we took this thing onto the drag strip, it was really slow up the line, but at like 90, it started cooling really hard and catching up to us.
Huh.
So all of its big powers at like highways.
Yeah. You guys have a track that you like locally?
Yeah, a couple drag strips around here. Etheridge, one in Etheridge. We went to one in Alabama that like treated us really nice.
Yeah,
They
nice.
opened the place up for us and
Nice.
let us do our thing, and it was really cool.
This is a Billy bike, yeah?
Yeah, it's a Billy bike. It's like number 5. Apparently, he only built like 5 of these
The hubless, yeah.
hubless bikes. This is number 5. I think it was Billy can tell you the story better, but I think it was built for a guy. He never picked it up. Then he finally picked it up like years later, and then later he decided he wanted to get rid of it. So I think Billy's got it back. I don't know. It's some story about it. It's really cool bike. I got to ride it. It was set up for a guy who was like 6'6", because I'm 6'2".
You're still stretched.
And I'm stretching.
Yeah.
You know, so it's not like, it's a big bike.
That's
Very
wild.
cool. It's one of those things that like, I do think that in 100 years, 80 years from now, this bike will be worth millions and millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Because it's only 5 and,
Did you have this before being neighbors with Billy?
oh no, he just, yeah, okay, great story. He ran out of space over there, you can tell.
Yes.
So he stores some of his bikes over here.
Nice.
He's got this bike, and then his, that JD is his.
Nice.
Similar to the one that I had a JD and I traded it for one of his bikes, and then he bought the bike back. And, you know how that stuff goes.
Oh yeah. Hoarding / collectors /
Yeah.
investing in precious metal.
It's a Gold Monkey.
Gold monkey.
Great bike. You ever get a chance to ride one of those R18s?
Yeah, they're fun.
I love them. I don't long trip. I don't really want to do a long trip on them. I just didn't. They're not that comfortable for me. But short stuff and cruising around, like it's a fun bike and it's so unique looking. You'll never pull up next to another one. And the jugs are big.
Yeah. So I don't know if you know her 2 wheels. She had one.
Yeah.
So I got to ride hers for a little
Yeah,
bit. She named hers Dolly because of the jugs.
Oh right.
Yeah. And it had reverse, which was like, does this one have reverse on it?
It does. I've never used it. I know it's there. It's some lever somewhere. I forget where it is.
Yeah. Apparently, once you use it, it's like game changer.
Really?
And then all other bikes, you're like, with
Yeah.
well, big bikes.
Right.
Yeah. OG Fireblade.
Yes. That's a 255.
250 Fireblade. I don't even know.
250 Fireblade.
Really?
So check it out. 250 4-stroke 4-cylinder. It's not like a 2-cylinder or 1-cylinder or whatever.
Well, those pistons got to be tiny.
Tiny. Check out the red line. 18,000 RPM.
I was gonna say it's got to be high as hell.
18,000 RPM.
That's
Just
insane.
We have not got it running yet. It was off the shipping container.
2 weeks ago, we opened this container that I had imported from Japan, filled with some of the coolest motorcycles that you cannot buy in America.
JDM bike, and we spent a little bit of time, then we got kind of sidetracked with everything else, and it's kind of got pushed aside. This is a brand new 1978 Sportsman.
Is this the one that you took the thing in Milwaukee with? The little a little token or ticket?
Yeah. Wait, no, that was that one.
That was that one. Okay. But that one was brand new, right? Also?
That was brand new.
Yeah.
Too.
How the you find these brand new 50-year-old?
They pop up on the internet, and no one wants to. Everyone's scared to buy them. No one wants to unbox them because they think they're going to ruin the value, which is possibly true. But it's fun for me to unbox them.
Yeah.
And I think that the bikes are being ruined by being inside of a box.
Right.
Who knows what's getting in there? You know what I mean?
Yeah, this one was like super iconic. Everybody like ran and raved about.
Yeah, this one's pretty. I found out there's less than these made than what I thought. There's only like just over 100 that were made, so that's pretty cool. I'm scared to break it. When we fixed it, we had to track down one of the engineers who helped design it.
Wow.
And he had to track down the company who manufactured some of the parts to make parts for it, just to get it back up and running. So I'm like, I don't want to break that bike again.
Yeah, it's like you're not going to find replacements.
I did get some night vision stuff, and I do want to run it off the night vision.
That'd be sick.
And the IR stuff and see how that works out.
That'd be wild.
That's another brand new 1982 Yamaha. Super fun. This bike is a pretty controversial bike. People either love it or hate it. What's your thoughts on the Bruin?
Never had any experience with it, but you know, generally if it's got 2 wheels and an engine, I can have fun on it. So.
But I think it's a beautiful bike. You know the story of this bike?
No.
A 405. Honda wanted to flex their muscles a little bit, and they built this bike that cost them $120,000 to build, and they sold it for $20,000.
Damn.
And everything was it's based off the Goldwing engine with the 6-cylinder, but everything was custom built. Like all the levers, all the thing, it's all just kind of just an engineering marvel in my opinion. And they did a really cool job of it.
This thing's a beast. Jeez, it's massive.
But people either love it or hate it. And this is 100% stock the way it came. It's got a cool teller lever front end. A couple of years ago when I first started buying them, no one really cared about them and people were scared to sell them. Yeah, like dealership, I would see them at auction. And I was buying them for like $10,000. And then a couple months later, after a couple videos got a lot of views, I couldn't touch one for less than 20.
You inflated the market.
I think I ruined the market for it. What I should have done was bought as many as I could.
Right.
And then tried to.
Yeah, then marketed them and then sold them.
Jay Leno's got one. A bunch of them were given to famous people.
Yeah.
George Clooney had one. Pretty interesting bike. I enjoy riding. I might probably gonna sell that one. I love that bike. It's probably the cleanest 2015 out there. It's got 2,400 miles on it. Not a scratch on it.
Barely broken in.
Yeah. And then here's the saddest bike here. That's what we did to it. That's what 25 pounds of boost will
Oh
do.
shit. 250 through. Holy shit. And this was turbo, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big old Trask on it.
Yeah, you guys are doing it up at where?
Appalachian, yeah. Stock 131, a few Harley parts on it, and then a big old turbo. Then we cranked the boost up. That was running off of race fuel. I told the guys, hey, let's turn it down a little bit. Let's get a reasonable like 210 off of pump gas. That's what we did, and then that's what it did right there.
What tuner were you running?
Thundermax. As far as I know, it's the only tuner that can do boost. I feel like the aftermarket ECUs and stuff like that, they're a decade behind the automobiles. They're definitely lacking. But also, the amount of people who are putting boost on their bikes versus cars,
Yeah.
it's just not that many people.
No, not at all. Oh, it makes it, I mean, past 170 like horsepower torque, like especially on a Harley, like it's just ridiculous.
It was so much fun. When we had a full boost, running really well, we highway raced it against that 3rd gen Hayabusa, and this Harley walked it. I'm
Nice.
talking like
Nice.
it was standing still. It was really cool.
Man, this is just awesome. It is super cool to be able to come by and get like a bit of a private tour. Don't have any of my gear and we're kind of stretched for time, but
Yeah.
I'll definitely be back.
I know you're a busy guy.
And we'll crank the throttle on some of these things. It's just insane. What's your
Oh.
favorite out of
That's a tough question. I don't know. I'm gonna change that question to if I could only have one bike.
yeah.
They're all my favorite. You know what I mean? Except for that one. This one sucks. I like a lot of bikes, but if I could only have one bike, the one bike that in my life does everything that I need to do, that BMW out there, that BMW GS.
Yeah.
If I put track tires on it, I could drag race, I could road course, I could take it off road. Right now it's kind of my dirt bike.
Yeah.
I could tour with it. I could do everything with it.
Kind of Swiss Army knife,
It's
yeah.
a Swiss Army knife bikes.
Yeah.
But if you ask me a question of if I could only have 10 bikes, you know what I mean? Keep the pan head. I love my new CVO bike. 4 bikes. The Rune, the BMW.
Not
Yeah.
one bike can do it all, but the closest one is probably like ADV.
Right.
What about the Pan America?
I have one.
Yeah.
I think it's a good bike. I was trained off-road on the BMW. It
German training.
German training, yeah. In South Carolina or North Carolina. In some Carolina.
Like I said, I'm more than confident you guys have heard of Sean Bikes and Beards channel. If you haven't, Go check him out, subscribe. This dude's storytelling, bro, your storytelling is amazing.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, man, like it's one of those things. It's like, I know how much extra work that takes before a video. This is how I make videos. I run a gun. We just show up, I walk in, I hit the record button. You know, it's more freedom, but like your structure, your storytelling, your quality, seriously, it's tops.
I appreciate it.
Yeah,
That means a lot.
Great job, man.
Next time, I'll give you the tour of the storage units.
Oh, yeah, there's more.
Oh yeah, this is half of it.
But wait. And then secret projects coming up.
See, we got a lot of secret projects coming up.
Oh yeah.
We got a lot of them. I'll tell you one off when the camera turns off, but it's pretty
Boop, 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 boop. All right, guys, so that was a private tour of Sean's Bikes and Beards motorcycle collection. Dude has some crazy projects. Like, so much respect for what he does. He's running the Bikes and Beards channel. He's running SRK Cycles. He's running Farm Channel incoming. I don't know if he's announced it yet, but like he's gonna film content on that one. He said he's gonna do more running gun content, you know, just like picking up a GoPro and, you know, filming his experiences and stuff. I've learned a lot just from talking to him about like YouTube strategies and stuff, but it's cool. Like he's taken a little bit more creative liberties on the other channel. You know, once you do get in that structure of things on certain channels, it can very much like feel like you're limited creatively. So it's cool to see that he's kind of reaching out a little bit on that other one. Your first time meeting him,
Yeah.
what did you think of like the whole, like all the bikes in there?
Oh my God. Well, one, all the bikes. That was amazing. Going from Billy's shop to his shop, like 2 doors down, and then just meeting them. They're truly some of the nicest people I've met in this industry. All of them very, very kind.
Invited us to have lunch with them, go eat sushi. Unfortunately, we had to run. And we had to basically load up the bike and bring it to Moonshine Harley Davidson, which we are at right now. So we're gonna get to unloading this bike and we're gonna get some Moonshine horsepower treatment on it. But big thanks once again to Sean, Bikes and Beards, to Joe, to Matt for the hospitality and showing us the shop. We're definitely gonna be back up. He invited us to ride whatever bike we wanted, which is amazing. I don't have pants or proper riding shoes or my helmet or a motovlog setup. We'll definitely be back and we'll Right? Yeah, that'd be cool. Hope you guys enjoyed the insight. Super quick, like I said, shooting from the hip, run and gun style. Didn't expect to like stop by his place and see him today. I knew we were going to be close working with Billy, and I was going to shoot Sean a text saying like ETA ? Because that's like the universal text that you text to friends to like with them. But he ended up seeing me standing outside Billy's shop, came over, said what up. Yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, do me a favor, hit the like. If you're not subscribed, hit subscribe. Hit the bell icon. And if you want to see more motorcycle content, until next time, ride safe, stay vigilant. Catch you guys in the next one.